All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly Everyman crossword. Let's see what Everyman has for us this week. Detective, inspector, cop, old copper, last thing in obnoxiousness, dinosaur. All right, I think it's going to be a dinosaur. It's not the primarily type clue. So But I think we're going to have a charade. Detective Inspector is probably just DI. I don't know what cop, old copper, and then the last thing in obnoxiousness surely is an S. Oh, there is some dinosaur, something like Diplo somethingus, but I can't remember it. Let's try the downs. This should start with a D. As you heard, one who'll stain clothes is awful. All right, we have a homophone. I think a dyer, D-Y-E-R, would stain clothes, and that sounds like dire for awful. Meaty spread for the crown. Oh, meaty spread would be a pate, and spelt the same way, but without the accent, you have the pate for the crown of the head. English actor. Well, 7-5, I think it must be an English actor. Oh, I had a problem the other week with Emma Thompson. Let's see. To flourish following location of Disney World. Okay. I have been to Disney World in Orlando, and then bloom is to flourish. All right, so yeah, it is dip. Oh, I think the policeman might be PC plod. Diplo. And then old copper, well, it could be an old coin. Oh, no, it could also be O. And then copper could be CU. And then our last Diplodocus. I don't know how you pronounce that. All right, how about best opera? Time's running out. Time's running short. I'm not sure. That's a great clue, but what's the definition? Is there an opera about George Best? I don't think so. But I did think it's funny. I saw where Pete Best, one of the original members of the Beatles, put out an album called Best of the Beatles. Very cheeky. Anyway, is it a word for I'm not sure? I don't know what that would be. And then what's the word play? Time's running out. Oh, might be time without its last letter, and then time's running short might just be a T. No, I don't get it. I'm intrigued though. Africans, somewhat smug and annoying. Ah, it's a hidden clue. Part of smug and annoying is Ugandan. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. Nothing new about Welshman. Nothing can be O. New can be N. About can be on or re. No, it's the word new is turned about. So we do have nothing represented by O, and then new backwards makes Owen. I suppose a typical Welsh name in that spelling. Of course, as I'm recording this, a tropical storm, and I said Hurricane Owen passed over the British Isles, so I hope everyone was stayed safe and survived that. And now I think there's a new one coming along. All right, jalopy, in which conductor confined. Oh, I think there's some dismissive term for an old car. Rattle. Not a rattle bag, rattle something. Oh, and the, of course, conductor is Simon Rattle. Rattle, oh, what do you, rattle heap? What's confined? Penned? I don't get, I can't remember what that's called. It'll come to me, possibly. Rowers swaggered. Ah, yes, the rowers in a boat can be called a crew, and the past tense of to crow, to boast, or to swagger would be crew. Snob, one who calls everyone simply sir or madam. Ah, I think it's just a cryptic definition. Well, double definition. I think a snob might be a name dropper. And if you didn't call people by their name, just sir or madam, then you might be considered a name dropper. Catchy song remixed, warmonger, no good. All right, remixed definitely sounds like anagramming. Warmonger sticks out, but that has 9 letters. But um, no good sounds like we removed the G. Am I counting correctly? I think I am. Yeah, warmonger is definitely 9. So take away the G, you still have 8. Oh, maybe it's catchy song. Ah, remixed. No, that's even worse. Yeah, I'm not getting something about that, or miscounting, or who knows. Anyway, moving on. One's just arrived, consumed by inert gas. I think neon is an inert gas. I'm wondering if we're going to put something inside. Yeah, and I think it might be like a neo something. Oh, like a neophyte. Mm, not thinking of it. All right, let's look at these downs here. We've some lovely letters. Lacks power supply in offices, etc. Oh, supply. Supply can be read as supply, meaning the letters in lacks power have to be rearranged in a supple manner. And I think we're going to have work places, I think. Could be offices, etc. City's owner, surprisingly, banks. Ooh. City's owner. New or now, I suppose. No, I don't get that. Let's try another couple of downs here. Yogurt, moo or oat principally. Irritated parents' testy response. All right, well, the principally sounds like the weekly everyman clue where we take the principal letters, but it's funny, moo or oat principally just spells out moo or. I know, but irritated, I think, might be an anagram indicator. So we have a total of 12 letters. I'm thinking it's yogurt, moo, R, plus the O, the principal letter of oat. So what's the first? Go to your room, maybe? I think is what a parent might say. Does that go with the letters? We have, I think so. All right, let's try this. Would give us nice starting letters. Topless, impertinence, starting again. Okay, I think we have to think of a word for impertinence. Drop its top or starting letter, and it's going to mean starting again. Uh, oh, I wonder if it's a pre word, P-R-E, and then by dropping the P, you get re. Um, don't see it. Let's go back. Oh, that was our catchy song. I'm just so confused by the warmonger without G. It's not removing G-O-O-D. There's no D other than in remixed. Oh, an earworm. Yeah, so I think, unless I'm missing something here, but I think we're removing the N and the G. Oh, I think the dash, yes, is actually a minus sign. So minus NG gives us the 7 letters. All right. Yeah, this is looking like it might be a Neo something. One's just arrived. No, I don't see it. And what would our city's owner? Oh, city's owner, surprisingly, of course, might be telling us to anagram. No, but that's oh, that is 10 letters. Yeah, yeah, there we go. And it means banks. Um, banks as in places you put money, or banks of a river. I mean, I'm wondering if it could be a place name. All right, let's try the anagram helper. Uh, city's owner. Oh, hold on. Where did I go wrong? Why am I not seeing the O? Let's start again. Ah, maybe just maybe one of the crossing letters I have is wrong. Oh, yeah, because there's only one N. That's where the trouble is. All right. Of course, I had just assumed that was going to go. Yeah, I'm wondering if it could be. I mean, I know the adjective neonatal. I wonder if there's a word. Yeah, so neon and then eight. And the by is not. Yeah, because consumed, we have to think of a synonym, and it is just beside. All right. So now can I work this out again? Nothing is jumping out at me. Banks. No, I probably should put the E or the O in the second place. Yeah, I don't know. That's a very tricky anagram. Or I'm just not fully awake yet. Although I should be. I've been up long enough. All right, Sally's beginning to wear uniform twice as a rule. Sally's beginning would be an S. To wear uniform, well, that could be the letter U twice. As a rule, I presume that's the definition. Oh, unless it's the definition is sally, as in maybe a military movement, a sally, an attack, sally forth. No, oh, here we go with our weekly primarily clue. Polymeric rose, ornately twisted, essential in nutrition, primarily. All right, all of that spells out protein. All right, so now we know where the N is. Oh, we do have, hold on. We do have two N's in the end of the day anyway. Oh my goodness. That's, so it's not what I thought it was, obviously. Yeah, I'm very confused by all of this. Maybe I'll reboot. All right, pages describing Scotsman Oscar having row with keyboardist. Well, the definition is either pages, but I am wondering if it could be a keyboardist. Somebody's name? Uh, pages describing. Well, page can be P, so I think pages could be PP. And in fact, I think that is the abbreviation for pages. And describing, I think, can mean going around. Maybe just like we had Owen for a Welshman, maybe we're going to have some typical Scots name. Oscar might be that O there. Having row, her row. Oh, a row could be a tier. But who is our keyboardist then if it is that? No, I need another letter. The writer swindles revered figure. Oh, the writer, I think, is I, and if the writer cons, then you would say icon, and I think a revered figure would be an icon. Very overused word recently, especially iconic. But anyway, from prison, runs into trouble. Who sees it all? I think the definition is who sees it all. Oh, Big Brother, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, I think this is very clever if I'm understanding it correctly. I think we start with Brig for prison, and the runs can be represented by R from cricket, and that moves from Brig into bother for trouble to give you Big Brother. I like it. Standard choice of extremes of Neoplatonism. The extremes of Neoplatonism would be the N and the M. Choice might be R. And standard then might be the definition. But I don't see it. Meets anger flexibly for treaties. All right, here I think we have an anagram of meets anger for treaties. Oh, I was going to say arrangements, but we only have one R. But I do think it's going to be some ments. Oh, agreements, of course, would be treaties. There we go. All right. That was our topless impertinence. Might be an ing word. So then our standard choice would, or it could also be an ION word. I think that may be more likely. Ah, yes, of course. The standard is the norm, and your choice of the ending, the extreme letters, would be N, R, M, of course. Let's see. Minstrel with horn going round queen, old and grumpy. Oh, I think it's a minstrel, and I think it's going to be a troubadour. Great J.J. Cale album. So, how's the wordplay? What is the horn going around queen? Yeah, well, the grumpy, I think, is dur, D-O-U-R. Oh, the tuba is the horn, and it goes around R for Regina for the queen, and O for old. There we go. Flogging, initially taking seconds, becoming year, crying in pain. Oh dear. Um, yeah, so it sounds like we're going to replace an S for seconds from a word, maybe for flogging, and then it becomes a Y, and then crying in pain. I'm thinking about flaying would be flogging, although that's a very unusual ending to 17 across L something F. Oh, yelping might be crying in pain. Just because it starts with a Y, but now I'm going to have to come back to that. Outstanding. Isle for exile. Constantly speak up. Maybe outstanding is the definition. It might be an ABLE word. I can just think of parable. What's the isle for exile? Oh, Elba. Yeah, so I think we do have ABLE, which is the Elba, and then constantly speak, and then all of this is going to be up, and it's going to mean outstanding. What's to constantly speak? To witter, ramble. I don't think rap. You rap, I suppose, is to speak, but not constantly. But a word for outstanding. No, I'm gonna have to come back to it. Feature observed in etching. All right, well, especially having the letters H and N hidden within etching, you have chin, one of the features of the face. A woman, a flower, every man with chance, almost. So I think it's a triple, well, double definition and then one word play. Iris would be a woman and a flower, and every man is I, and chance is risk, almost. We drop the K. All right, so, oh, a piano. Yeah, maybe it's, oh, of course, it's not a specific. I was trying to think of famous piano players, but I think it's just a piano player itself. Ian is the Scotsman. So there's the pages. The two P's go around Ian and O for Oscar. And then a row could be a layer, and that gives us our keyboardist. All right. Ooh, so now surely, uh, it's not outstanding in any of the meanings I was thinking of. It's a bill that is outstanding is payable, and constantly speak is to yap. All right. This might be yelping. Let's look at as a rule. Yeah, this might be a LLY word. Sally's beginning to wear uniform. I just don't get the twice. No, let's try our topless impertinence, starting again. So yeah, I think this must be ION. Is it PT? Ah, yes. I suppose after a rain delay, for example, you might have a resumption of play, and I think the impertinence is a presumption. Oh, so Sally's beginning uh, is the S, but it wears the two U's. Um, oh, and then I think we have the rest of Sally. That's very unusual. Anyway, if something happens as a rule, then it happens usually. Yeah, so Sally with its beginning wearing the two U's. All right. Yeah, I think this must be yelping for crying in pain. What is the flogging? Flogging could be selling, maybe. So I think, yeah, maybe it is Sally. Selling. Oh, yelling, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's it, yelling, because I think it's flogging something is selling. We take away the initial S and make it into a Y for year. I think that's right. Oh, best, I think, might be the definition here because I looked at that and I thought of optimum. So opera can be shortened to OP. Times, yeah, sure enough, time is running out. Best opera. Oh, no, it's the word opera with an era removed from it, running out. Time is running out. Then we have TIM, time's running short. And then we have I'm not sure is. All right. Oh, a rattle trap, I think. So somewhere you might confine Simon Rattle would be a rattle trap. All right, just my nemesis here, Banks. What is that? All right, I'm going to pause. I'm particularly interested in how we get from that R to an E and then to another consonant. That seems unusual. Well, I looked at it again, or with fresh eyes, and so of course New Orleans would fit. So the definition is city, and that is owner, surprisingly. All right, the first five letters. And then banks. So, of course, if something banks, it leans over. All right, well, um, not as good as the last few weeks, but yeah, found it a little trickier. But again, I think just on each day, we're all a little bit different depending how well we slept or 100 different things. But I got there in the end. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a great day.